Hi everyone, this is Tuesday. I told y'all I would be doing a video today introducing a new resin to me. It's not a new resin, it's been out for a long time. It's new to me, I have never used it before. And they have graciously sent it to me to review it and to try it on a video. So that is what I'm going to do. The brand of resin is NicPro. They sent me this box and I'm going to open it here. Since I have the camera angled to actually see what I'm doing now, so y'all can see what I'm doing, I'm going to open the box, which you can hear me opening it. It says on the box that it's NicPro epoxy resin. It is 1 gallon, expert quality, non-toxic and safe. We will find out. Anti-yellowing and low odor. I do not have my mask on right now. I will be putting it on, but I want to see if it's true what they say about low odor before I put the mask on, because once I put my respirator on, I won't be able to smell anything. It says the package included, and this is their epoxy resin crystal clear kit, okay? The 1 gallon kit. The package includes 64-ounce hardener, 64-ounce resin, 2-piece spreader, 2-piece silicone sticks, 1 piece of glove, 4 pieces of graduated cups, 3 pieces of tablecloth, 5 pieces of, it's supposed to be pipettes, I know, but I call them pipettes because I like pipettes. It says tips, use a small torch on resin. It clears out the bubbles real quick. Well, it does, but you don't, on some molds, you don't want to use a torch on because you can damage your mold. Resist yellowing due to UV exposure, but should not be left permanently outdoors, as all epoxy resin will eventually yellow from sun exposure, which is true. All of them do if you leave it directly in the sunlight for long enough. Keep out of reach of children. Use only in well-ventilated area. Recap tightly after use. It says recap tightly after used. The shouldn't be there. Uses can be used as either a coating for tables, photos, glass, wood, canvas paintings, etc., or cast in a suitable mold. Coverage 128 ounces will cover around 25.6 square feet at a thickness of 1/16 of an inch. The instructions, it says it is recommended to wear protective gloves, mix equal part resin and hardener, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Put the hardener into a mixing cup first, followed by the resin. Now that's the first time I've read that. So you're supposed to be putting the hardener, which is part B. I'm assuming, I've not gotten out, but most of the time the hardener is part B. Part A is always the resin. Stir each part, then stir together, making sure there are no bubbles in the mixture. Add pigment if desired. Apply surface must be dry and free of dust. In about 30 minutes, the resin will start to gel. So you have a 30-minute work time with this. Resin will be 98% cured after 20, I'm sorry, I was just making sure my camera was still going. Resin will be cured after 24 hours and fully cured within 72 hours, depending on thickness. Keeping your curing resin in a warm room will do the trick. The resin can be sanded and polished after fully cured. Now, I am putting this on my heating mat. We're going to see, normally any other resin that I work with, you're able to take it out of the mold within 2 hours on the heating mat. So we're going to see if this is the same. Now that is everything on the box, okay? I hadn't even taken it out of the box yet. That right there is the first thing that I saw in the box. Ooh, I like those. You get 2 scrapers. Now I do like those. 2 scrapers. I'm going to set right over there. I'm assuming this is what they're calling a tablecloth. I'm not going to open it. Wow. And the gloves. Oh, it says pull here. I won't use those, but let's pull here and see what happens. It says disposable Sensa-Touch gloves, which means that it says they're chemical resistant, strong sanitary, watertight. I'm pulling, okay, I can see. And I'll open this so you can see. I don't need these gloves. I have 2 pair of gloves on right now. Oh, there's several pair though. So this is good. I will keep these if several pair of gloves. So I'm going to put these up here. I love the glasses. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 glasses. And let's see, 8 ounces. Total 8 ounces. Okay, I'm going to set those right there. Ooh, I like this. You get a stir stick. This is a heavy duty. I have bought these off of Temu before, but this is cool that they come in the kit, because this is a heavy duty, strong. This is a cool stir stick that they send with. Sort of impressed with that. Okay. Oh, I like the fact that these are also, oh, you get, okay, you get 2 stir sticks. Let me get this out. You get one like this too. I like the fact that they put in 2 different ones, because sometimes this is what you need, and sometimes if you have a lot, you're making up a lot. This is a heavy duty one. And so I like the fact that they include the 2 different ones. Okay. And then of course they did include, I'll call them by the true name, pipets. Even though I like pipets better. In my vocabulary, they're pipets, but yes, we all know they're pipets. Pipettes. Pipettes. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to set those over here. And I do use these quite a bit for certain projects. So I'm glad I got more. Okay, I want to show you this. You see how it's packaged? You see how it cannot leak. And I love this. I wish every resin company would do this with a resin, because I have ordered resin and it came in and it was leaking. So I'm sort of impressed that, and of course, this is a half a gallon. And then that's the half a gallon. So you get a half a gallon, or 64 ounces of part A, which is the resin, and it says crystal clear. We'll find that out. And then you get a half a gallon, which is 64 ounces of part B, which is the hardener. And it is, once again, a 1-to-1 ratio. It also says BPA free. So we will, oh, it also says VOC free. So we will find this out. I'm going to open these. And yes, this This is probably going to be a little bit longer video, because you know that I'm long-winded anyway, and with me having to give you all the info on the resin, it's just going to make it a little bit longer. They have graciously sent me a discount code for all of y'all out there too, and so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about trying this and seeing if I like it or not. If I like it, then of course I will be using it. So because I knew this was going to take a little bit longer, I will explain to you. But before I do, I want to read this real quick. I don't want my molds flash curing, so I want to see if it says anything about how deep I don't see anything in here that says, and I may be overlooking it though. Don't add more than 6% pigment to your resin, which is pretty common. Some are 10, but I think 6% is the safety zone where you don't have to worry about it. It does not say anything about the depth, unless I'm missing it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pour the resin, because I am going to put this in the resin bubble machine. I'm going to let you see this too. I am going to put it in this right here. That's only fair, because what I'm going to be working with is going to be fairly clear, and so I don't want to give it a disadvantage of having bubbles when I do use this in other things. So if I can figure out. Okay, that stays on, so I can put that in. Okay, and I can turn this on. Will it? Oh, yes, it will. Okay. So I am not going to put my mask on right now, but I will be putting my mask on just as soon as I know if it smells or not, okay? And I think we're going to need more than 8 ounces. But we're going to start with 8 ounces. Now, because I don't want it bubbling over, I'm using the bigger one. And I'm putting the resin in this one right here inside. But I'm going to mix up 8 ounces. Which means I'm going to put 4 ounces of B, and that says to start with the hardener first. So I'm going to put 4 ounces of the hardener, and then I'm going to put 8 ounces total, y'all. 4 ounces of B, the hardener. For some reason, they say to put the hardener in first, so we're going to do it according to the instructions. And then I will go ahead and fill it up in the same cup to the 8 ounce mark. So that's 4 and 4. I'm hoping it doesn't smell really strong. If I stop real quick, and put the mask on, you know it's got a really high odor. And I'm sensitive to smell. So this does have some spillage around the outside of the jug. Part B is bad about doing that. I do not have any baby wipes out here. Yes, I do. Okay. I'm going to grab some baby wipes. Pop some alcohol on it just in case I spill it on my hands. Y'all know the problems I've been having with my fingers. So, okay. This is part B. Let me move this. Y'all can see me doing it. Let's see how easy it pours. I am going to pour it. No, I'm going to put it in the bubble machine, so it doesn't matter. Wow. It pours pretty easy. Right at 4 ounces. Woo-wee. Okay, so far so good, y'all. I am wiping. It's got that dried funk around the lip of the bottle. It happens. It does have the plug, so I am putting the plug back in it. And I am sealing it up. Okay. Doing the same thing with part A. I do this so I don't ever get the plugs mixed up, because you don't ever want to put the plug that went to part A and part B or vice versa. Okay. See, I got it all over me because of the plug. I knew I would. That's the reason why I was prepared. Okay. So far I don't smell anything but alcohol. Okay. So we're going to pour. Wow. So far I'm impressed by the viscosity of this, okay? So far more than any other resin I've used, which says a lot, because you know the resin I've been using, I really liked it. So I do like the way it pours. Very much so. So far so good, y'all. So far I'm impressed. I'm still, the only thing I'm smelling, now I'm going to put my respirator on to do this, because even though I can't smell it, the only thing I'm smelling is alcohol that I had on. I am smelling nothing. I don't smell resin at all. And this is the very first resin. And I'm not saying this because they sent it to, I would be totally honest. I'm not smelling the resin. I'm smelling the alcohol that I used out of this thing right here, which is 91% alcohol. And I'm smelling that. I am not smelling this. Now, I've not stirred it yet. And I need to hurry because I only have 30 minutes. And you know, I'm slow. So I've got my respirator on. As you can tell by the sound of my voice. I want to see how it mixes. I'll let y'all see this. is thick. It is very, very thick. Oh no, that's not working. Why is that not working? Okay. Well, I'm going to just keep mixing it because I'm going to put it in the bubble. And you should be stirring it slower than I am. And the only reason why I'm not stirring it real slow because I'm planning on putting it in the resin bubble remover. Let me look at it. Scraping the sides and the bottom. Okay. I'm going to pour it in here. Because it does come up when you put it in the bubble remover. I'm going to make sure I get as much as I can. I don't want to sit there. I'm just using another one to really scrape it. Okay, I pretty much have it all out of there. I'm just cleaning my tool off. I'm going to change my gloves real fast because I don't want to touch anything with resin all over my hands. You don't think about it. You think, well, I have gloves on, so I'm safe. But then you touch your sticky gloves to your alcohol sprayer, or your bubble remover, or your heat mat, and it just makes a big old mess. So I try to keep, I have 2 pair of gloves on, and I try to keep them clean. Okay, that's what it looks like. It looks pretty mixed up. That's on the inside. Okay. I'm going to mix it up again. Real quick. Just to make sure it's mixed up good. Okay. Gonna put it in here. I'm gonna move this in just a minute. Closing up the valve. Not coming on. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Woo-wee. I am taking the respirator off at this point. Okay. While that is running, I am moving this out of the way. I'm moving it over here. My first pieces with this is going to be the hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil skeleton heads. What I have done to save time, everybody knows pretty much how to put mica in a mold. If you don't, let me know and I'll walk you through it. I have put a mixture of mica in all three of these molds. I set this on 5. We'll see if it takes 5 minutes or 9 minutes for this. Okay. And what I used a little bit of Let's Resin, corn silk, mica powder, and then I used a little bit of this off-brand gunmetal mica powder. I mixed it together, and this is what I got right here. And that I put on the hands. Now y'all know, if you watch my videos, that I did a skull head with just these rocks. These are unbreakable, by the way. I have put a hole in my desk trying to break this with a hammer. You cannot break these. But I have a mixture, as you can see, of those, along with black rocks, and along with clear. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, nope, see, I almost made a boo-boo. I was going to fill it up, but I really want to put resin in there first because I don't want bubbles to form. So I have to wait for the resin. I was hoping I could get this done while I was waiting on the resin, but I need a little bit of resin to go in the rocks. Okay. And I think what I will do, I wish I had a paper plate out here. I'm going to, oh, wait. Of course, I have all the plates out here. I have not cleaned anything out from the yard sale, so you see what I'm going to do? I want to be able to grab a mixture, and with it being in that bowl, I couldn't do it. So, yep. I need a bigger plate though. If I'm going to mix this with resin, I'm going to make a mess, y'all. That's the only way I know how to do it too. Is making messes. Okay, that gives me enough play to scoop it around and move it around when I put the resin, drizzle the resin over it. And that's what's going to go inside. But I am not putting any kind of coloring in there. And of course, I just wanted the hands to be highlighted. Oh wow, it's bubbling. Now I think I'm going to have to run it for another 5 minutes, which is going to take 10 minutes out of my 30. It took me 5 minutes to mix it up, so that's 15 minutes. So that means I have about 15 minutes working time with this. If I'm correct, they say that you have 30-minute working time. Yep. Yeah, and there's still bukus of bubbles in there. So, alrighty, I'm going to turn this off, and for the next 5 minutes, and when that's ready to go, I'll be back. Okay, we're back. It just shut off. And then the cup just went whoop. Okay. Sometimes this thing gets stuck on here. I think it's because I use a big glass. That probably touches the rim. Oh yeah, because I have cured resin on the top of this thing. Okay, now this is 10 minutes in it. I'm going to show you what it looks like after 10 minutes in the debubbler. Yeah, there's still bubbles up there. Yep, I'm going to take alcohol. See how that works. Give it a minute. Get those bubbles. If not, I'm not going to have any choice. I'm going to have to go ahead and use it. Good thing is it's not warm at all. And I want those bubbles to go away. I don't want to put it back in there again. So that was 10 minutes. I did, you know, in all honesty, I did put a lot of sorry, this is what happens when I try to do so many things at one time. I'm trying to plug this in so I can get my heat gun going, and I'm going to try to put some heat on it. And say, oh, yep, see, it's going inside the drawer. Okay, now I smell it. Not real strong, but I do smell it. And I'm getting streaks in here like it's not mixed up. That's odd. Oh, and here comes the bubbles. All the bubbles came back by me blowing the air. Okay, I don't have time. We'll see what happens. Hope y'all can see this. I am mixing it up. Let me get another pair of gloves. I took the black off and I forgot about it. Yeah, I do smell it now, y'all, after putting that heat to it. I did not smell it prior to that. Yeah, see, now it's going to be almost impossible to get another pair of gloves on because the pink pair I just wiped off and they're wet. Okay. Black ones are the NicPro gloves, and they're a size large, so they fit really good over the first pair because I wear a size medium glove. It's still a little big on me, but it fits good enough. Okay. I don't want a whole lot of resin. I just want to coat this stuff to help keep the air bubbles down. And I may not be able to do all three of them. On camera. And if I can't, then I'll do it off camera and show it to you when I come back when they're done. I hope y'all are getting this. Can you see I'm just mixing it all up? Okay. Okay, and I have a big spoon back here. Honey, on video when John's gonna come get you, okay? Love you, bye. That was Dan calling. Of course, he had no idea what I was doing. He was calling to see who was gonna come get him. We're down to one car. We had two cars for years and years and years. But we got rid of our second car. And most of the time I don't go anywhere, okay? But he won't leave me here without a car, so somebody always takes him to work. Hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm just filling this in. And I don't have enough mixture, I can tell you right now. So I'm going to have to make more up. Yeah, I'm using my fingers. Making sure I get it down in there good. Leave that alone right there. I'm going to try to, I want the pretty rocks, and I'm out of the big pretty rocks that's got all the colors. What I have is what's in here. So I'm going to fill as much as I can up between the three, and then I'll make another mixture with the clear and just the black stones to fill it the rest of the way up. I am going to do some just clear too. To see how bubbly it is. But I will probably mix it up and let it set and give it an opportunity to get the bubbles out. Easier for me to just pick it up with my fingers, y'all. And yes, I am a messy crafter. I have said that many, many times. I hope y'all are getting this. I am just pushing it in. I will be filling it up with resin shortly. I'm going to take a little bit of this out and put it in there to make them sort of even. I think they're pretty much pretty even. Okay. I'm going to it's everywhere. Okay. I'm taking these gloves off. I've got it all over to the point where they're so sticky I can't even grab the gloves. Okay. And I am going to clean my mess up. Real quick. You can always fast forward if, yes, and I am OCD about having a clean workspace. I guess maybe because I am so messy. That I want to make sure that I keep it clean as I do it. And you can see I have just stuffed those with those rocks. And I think I'm on my last glove. The ones that NicPro had in their kit probably would have worked really well for this because they're so big, and it probably would have just went right on and would have been easier to take off and on. Okay. We're going to be pushing the work time to the limit here. But I knew that already. Yes, I am cleaning this up. I don't want rocks on the outside. I don't care if they're on the inside. I do not want them on the outside or the lip. Okay. Here we go. Now, I gotta have glitter. Y'all know I gotta have glitter. So I'm putting some of this in here. I'm putting 5. I think that was 5. Close enough, right? Can y'all see that? And yes, there is bubbles. Oh my gosh, there are bubbles. Yep. You see what I'm doing? Sprayed alcohol. I don't want bubbles in this. I really do not. And I'm squishing it around. And yes, I'm making a mess. Okay, here we go. Want the resin to get down in. You can see it. I hope you can. It's going down, and I'm pushing. You can see that resin going down in there. Can y'all see that? Okay, I'm going to get this one. Oh yeah. Can you see those air bubbles popping up there? You see those air bubbles coming up? I'm going to have to mix up more resin. That's okay. I will do that off camera so you don't have to sit through that again. But I want to go ahead and finish these 3 and show you what I'm going to do, because this is all the big rocks I had. And of course, I want the big rocks to show too. Yeah, I'm making a mess again, but I'm poking it down. Make sure those big rocks are down in there too. I'm spraying my hands with alcohol, if you're wondering. Okay, I mixed up 8 ounces the first time. It was almost. I think if I do another 4 ounces, I will have plenty. So, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get as much as I can out of here, so I don't waste any of it. I'm also going to be adding more just black rock and the diamond rock. To this. Alrighty. I'm going to shut this off long enough for me to mix up about 4 more ounces, and I'll be right back. So I can shut it off. Okay, I think it's on. My finger keeps the gloves. I was having a hard time getting the phone turned back on. Okay, I added a little bit more rock. Let me show you what I've been using. That's what I use to fill it up some more. It's just glass rock. I got that at Michael's actually on sale. Okay, I've got this mixed up. I am going to put a little bit of this in there because I did with the other. There is a lot of bubbles in here. I'm hoping they go away. I'm going to mix that up. And I mix this really, really slow, just to see if it made a difference. And I mixed it for a full 5 minutes. Of course, scraping the bottom and the sides. I'm not going to put this in the bubble machine. Oop, I filled it up too much. Y'all don't make the same mistake I made. So you got to get the bubbles out. So I shouldn't have filled it up that much. You see the bubbles coming out when I squeeze it? It's okay. I'll clean the mold off. You can you can see the bubbles. Okay. I'm just cleaning the mold off a little bit. Not that you have to. Okay. I'll let that set. Want the bubbles to come out. I know there's bubbles inside there. I'm going to be so amazed if that comes out without being Bubble City. Not because of the resin. I probably should have picked something a lot simpler than this. Testing out a new resin. But if it works in this, then I'll know that it works in simpler stuff. And I want to know if it's going to work in this, because this is the kind of stuff that I do. And there's that big diamond poking up. I don't want it to poke up. Yeah, I'm sticking my finger right down in there, because I want that to go right back down in there. Oh my, did I make a mess right there. That's okay. Because I want that to go. Yes, I put a big diamond, and I'll show you in a minute which exactly what I did. I'm not filling this all the way to the top. Whoop. I'm just making a mess here. But I'd rather make a mess now. See those air bubbles? Can you see those air bubbles coming out? See, I'd rather make a mess now and get those air bubbles out of there than to have a piece that's got a huge air bubble. I have no problem getting messy, y'all. And I can see those air bubbles popping up. And I don't want them in there. Yeah, and that resin, see how the resin dropped? And it's because I moved the stuff around. Oh my. Yeah. That's why you don't wear big clothes. See, the resin's getting down in there. And the air bubbles are coming up. And that's exactly what you want. Does that mean the big diamond's probably turned upside down? Yeah. But oh well. I probably shouldn't have put that in there, but it's in there. It's going to stay. It will be what it will be, and we will see what it does. I'll let these set for a minute, and I'm going to have to put more resin in them. And that's okay. It's resin to get down in here. Yeah, I'm just using a blunt end, back side of the paint stick. Okay. And yes, I'm making a mess. And I know I am. But I'm trying to make sure that there is not going to be any big, huge. And now see, I don't see the big air bubbles coming up anymore. Oh, see, there's one though. Yep, there's one. You see the air bubble? Yep. Okay. Oh goodness. Yeah, I'm just Resin City over here now. I have it all over me. To the point where I'm taking the pink gloves off too. And I'm going to use some of their portable gloves. We'll try them out. Oh wow. My hands, because they've been inside gloves for so long, they're sweaty and sticky. And I thought maybe and these are so much easier to get on. Ooh-wee. Okay. We don't have much longer. I'm going to fill these up now. And I know my molds have got resin all over them, but at this point, I just want to fill them up, get them on the level heat mat over here. And I think we have enough left for me to try a couple of hearts in my new heart mold. So that is what we're going to do. Oh. Okay. If you see a bubble, be sure to try to get it out of there. Okay. I'm going to set it on top of my heat mat. For me to do my other mold. I'll be right back in just a second. Okay, we are back, and I've got that on the heat mat, and I am watching one to make sure that the rock does not come upward. So I don't have the cover on it right yet, and I'm keeping an eye on that for right now. But we're going to do this. I have wanted this mold for so long, and I finally got it. It is the mold that I believe she makes them. Julie from Pouring Your Heart Out does. And so I thought, I've always wanted to do alcohol inks, okay? So I thought I'd take the rest of this, and I'm going to fill it up just to where, oop, I may have filled that up too much, but just where it starts to go in, because The alcohol ink will fill that up some, so I don't know. I may have put a little bit too much in there, but we'll see. Because it's not going into that yet, so maybe not. Okay, just barely going in there. And that one's not going up there at all, so let me put just a little bit more in this one, and we'll see how that works. I decided to do, I don't know how it's going to work, but I decided to take and do one with orange and brown and yellow for sort of a fall-y look. Oh goodness, none of these are open. Oh, I should have thought about that, because I've not used these. These are Let's Resin, by the way. I've not used these, so I need to open them. So far, I have to say about the NicPro resin, I have been very happy with everything except for the bubbles. Now, we will see, because I chose something really difficult, and I know it. But I like doing stuff like that, so I want to see if I can use the NicPro. Okay, this is orange. I'm just going to do one thing of coffee, because I'm afraid this is going to be dark. And it is. It's very dark. Okay, and then I'm going to do, oop, my hands are sticky. And I'm going to do yellow. This may not work out at all, but oh goodness, that's not open either, y'all. This is the Sinker White. Also Let's Resin. And so I'm going to put more orange. More yellow. And just one more thing of brown. Okay, we're going to leave it alone. In the next one, I'm using the green. Let me put the lids back on this. And the blue. And the yellow. Now the blue I've already used, so it's just the green that I have to open. Okay. I'm going to use green. And the blue. And then the yellow. And then the white. And a little bit more blue. And a little bit more yellow. And we're going to leave that alone. Okay. The next one, I'm just going to do blue. With the white. bit more white. Maybe just a tad more blue. There's no rhyme or reason to this, y'all. Okay. And then I'm going to do one with green and yellow. Okay. And then I'm going to let these set for a while. And then I will come back and swirl them in just a little while. So I will be back. Hi, y'all. I am back. This is about 2 hours later. It seems hard and cured to me. The rocks did poke up a little bit, but they still set okay. So this is still soft though. Oh, this may be too soft. Okay, this does not set up as fast. I'm going to go ahead and try to get it out though. I think it's hard enough for me to do this. Oh my. Okay, this mold is not easy to demold. Number one. Oh, nope. I know y'all can't see this, okay? But I'm trying to roll it up, y'all. But it's not going anywhere. Okay, I'm sorry. I know y'all can't see it, but I got to get it up next to me to get some kind of leverage. Okay. Oh, wow. Can y'all see that? And yes, it's still really, really soft. So I'm not going to set it down. Oh, but y'all see this? Now this is clear. This was clear. This is just the rocks that I put in. But that was clear resin. And then the mica. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm going to set it back up on the mat. Okay, we're going to take this one out. And these are not easy. So, I'm going to have to just put it up next to me. Okay, that one was a little bit easier. Okay, and this is still really soft. But wow, there's no bubbles. There's no air bubbles, y'all. Do you see this? Those are stones. Oh, it's still a little sticky. That came off of my glove. Okay, hold on a minute. Yeah, this is still, it's still sort of sticky. Hold on just a minute. I don't want that there. That's coming off of my glove, so well, there's a few right there. But not anything. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Yeah, it's still real soft. So I'm gonna, oh yeah. I need to quit handling it. Okay. And I'm gonna, I probably should have put these in the curing machine and not on the curing mat. But, and that tells me that this takes a little longer to cure. But that's okay. I tried one of the hardest things you can do with resin. I think anyway. Because when you got that chunky of a bead that you're using, and you don't, hold on a minute, you don't get big old air bubbles, then that's impressive, y'all. Okay. Wow. Here we go. That's the third one. There's no air bubbles, y'all. That resin with all those rocks. That's amazing. That is amazing. Now it's still so soft. I'm going to set it back on there, and I'm setting it back on because it's still so sticky. I'm just making sure that. Now I did this too, but I'm afraid this is going to be the same way. But let's try it. I have no idea. They're still soft. I don't know if I should even do it as soft as it is, but oh, that's bendy. Oh, that's just really, really super bendy. I don't want to ruin it. And I did. I ruined it. No, I didn't. That's the one that I did with the brown, the orange, and the yellow. I think that's quite pretty. And I'm going to just set that over there. I'm going to see if this will come out. That is the green. I don't see any coloration I just see the green. I don't even see the white. The brown one is my favorite one so far. Oh, yeah, that one's not done at all. That's still really, really... Oh, so's that. Okay, I'm leaving those two in there because they are still very soft. So I'm not going to take those out yet. So, one thing about this is it definitely... I'm taking it off the heating mat. I'm going to put it in the... I know you can't see, but I'm putting it in the Let's Resin curing machine. I'm just setting the lid on there. I gotta plug it up. It's not sitting on there good. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to say I think this was very much a success with the NicPro epoxy resin. It's going to take a little bit longer to cure than the other ones I've used. I don't have an issue with that. But did it perform as far as bubbles? There was no air bubbles in this. There was one or two in one of these in the very back. But with this amount of filler in here, all those rocks, that's amazing. As far as I'm concerned, that it worked out that well. You are going to have to, the curing time is going to be longer. It did not get hot at any point when I was working with it. I think you probably have longer than a 30-minute leadway with this resin. Because I know that it was longer than 30 minutes. From the time I started stirring it to putting it in the bubble machine, and I definitely know that I used, it was longer than 30 minutes. And so, I'm going to say that I like NicPro epoxy resin. And I definitely will be using it again. And they did, you will find, if you're interested in it, if this is something that you think that you would use, there is a discount code in the description, along with a link to their website where you can buy this, if this is something that you could use. I'm not sure of their pricing. And I don't know if they're compatible or comparable, I guess the word would be, not compatible, comparable to the cost of other resins. I guess I can look and see, and I might do that before I actually put this video up. Right now it's about 9 o'clock at night, I believe, or maybe 9:30, and sometimes it takes an hour or longer for YouTube to upload a video. So depending on how long it takes, I will start uploading this soon and try to get it on there, and hopefully you'll get to see this before midnight, but that's a possibility because it all depends on how long it takes YouTube to get it uploaded. Sometimes it's really, really super quick, and I waited up to 6 hours. And I don't know if it's just because everybody is trying to upload their video at the same time. I don't know the rhyme or reason to it. But I will be getting this up shortly, and the code will be in the description. And I will look on a couple of sites and see what the difference is in pricing, and I will put whether or not I think it's comparable as far as pricing goes, because right now I don't know, and I don't want to tell you something wrong. But I will tell you that I am impressed with it, and I will definitely use it again. I like the way it poured out of the bottle. It was very easy to measure. It was very easy to pour. And some of you may be thinking, well, what difference does that make? But I've had resin that it was like goop coming out of the bottle. And I didn't enjoy that at all. And I have mismeasured because of that before. So that's something that made a difference to me. But you have to, you know, it's whatever works for you. I'm just telling you my opinion. And my opinion is it's as good as any other epoxy resin I've used. And the only difference I see con-wise is it does take a little bit longer to cure. And I know this because I've used that heating mat for the same depth molds. And for the other two resins that I have used, they would have been totally cured, and I would have been able to pop them right out, and they would not have been soft. So it does take a little bit longer to cure. And the pros of it is that it is crystal clear. It showed a lot of bubbles, but I don't have a lot of bubbles popping up in my stuff. There's no bubbles popping up in this one. And I don't see any bubbles in this one. Yeah, there's, you see the shimmer of the rainbow alcohol ink. But I don't see any bubbles in that. Is it too close? I don't see any bubbles in that. And I didn't see very many bubbles in the hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil skulls. Especially for what I filled them in. I did a very difficult thing. You know, it could have been a total disaster. And I was a little worried about that, but now I'm really impressed, actually. So, my review is A+. I like NicPro resin. And I'm glad they sent it to me because now I have a new resin that I can use. It's new to me because I've never used it before. And if any of y'all out there that watch my channel has also used NicPro, please leave in the comments below your experience with it. I would like to hear from everyone who has ever used NicPro. I like other resins too. I'm not going to name them tonight because I just think that would be disrespectful to NicPro, since they did send me the resin free of charge. But y'all know, yeah, when you watch, you've watched my channel long enough, y'all know that I have another company and I love their stuff. And I won't stop using that either because it's very comparable, pretty much side by side with NicPro. And so I will continue to use their products also. But I would love to hear from any of y'all that have used it and to hear what your experience is with it. And I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video. I think this is the first video I have done in a long time that you have not had to look at my face, which is sort of a wonderful, wonderful thing for me. I'm going to end this video. But I think I'll wait and do the thumbnail. I'll give it about another hour or so and see if I can't get it firm enough to get the end sort of sanded off. And I'll do a thumbnail with the three of them side by side. And hopefully the other two heart pendants will be done. And I'll go ahead and get that in with the thumbnail picture too, and you can see it that way. Alright, I hope y'all have a fantastic evening, and I hope tomorrow is even better than today was, and I hope you are enjoying your crafting, or whatever you're doing. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm going to go back upstairs right now and finish watching Murders in the House with Selena, is it Selena Gomez? Martin Short, and Steve, oh wow, I forgot his name. You know, the funny guy. Yeah, well, he's in it. And guest appearance in this season is Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep. I'm thoroughly enjoying that show, and it's on Hulu. Yes, I'm doing a plug for Hulu. No, I'm doing a plug for the show because I think the show is great. And I just found it, and I've been binge-watched the first 2 seasons. And I'm sort of binge-watching the 3rd one, but it's taken me 2 days. And I'm on episode 5 of season 3, and that will be the end of it until the new season comes up. So, alrighty. With that being said, thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you like this video, you can't see it. Thumbs up? Yeah, thumbs up. Or, no, that was thumbs down, wasn't it? I don't know. Whichever way is thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see y'all again real soon. Bye-bye.